This one feels like the Rose Bowl, doesn't it? It really does. But now it's a conference game. It's the Big Ten, where the 15th ranked Michigan Wolverines will travel to the Coliseum to take on the USC Trojans. SC about a 2.5-point favorite. This game is 7:30 Eastern time on NBC. Michigan's 4-1. USC is 4-1. Both programs couldn't be much more different outside of their record so far this year. We know what Sharon Moore wants to be. They want to be a smash mouth outfit with a dominant rushing attack that will control the tempo of the game, grind down USC, grind down their defense, and most importantly, limit the amount of total possessions that Lincoln Riley's offense has to maneuver with. Whereas the other side for Lincoln Riley, they want to basically do the exact opposite. They want to score quickly. They want to manufacture explosive plays. They want to leverage their offensive firepower to build an early multi-score lead that will force Michigan to abandon its run-first comfort zone and place the game on the shoulders of their outstanding true freshman quarterback, Bryce Underwood. Speaking of Bryce Underwood, let's go to the quarterback matchup. Underwood, in his first 5 games, has been a freshman. There have been some incredible moments of brilliance. There's also been a few moments in which there's been some inconsistencies. Overall, the passing stats are pretty modest, under 60%, just 3 passing touchdowns through 5 games, kind of underwhelming. But his mobility has made him very dynamic, 181 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns this season. On the other side is Jaden Mayava, who has evolved into the quintessential Lincoln Riley quarterback. He's poised, he's accurate, he's efficient. He has showcased so far complete mastery of this complex offensive system. He's operating right now as one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Through 5 games, he ranks in the top 5 nationally in passing yards, yards per attempt, passer rating, what have you. Most impressively, he's been very, very careful with the football as well. Just 11 touchdowns against just 1 interception. So, been very, very good at quarterback, have the Trojans. As far as injuries are concerned, the Wolverines are expected to be without their starting left guard, Giovanni El Hadi, which could be significant. You might also have some injuries to the right guard, Brady Norton. So keep an eye on those for Michigan. Their absence or them being at less than 100% could be significant in this game. Then for SC, Killian O'Connor, their center, probably out. Elijah Page, their left tackle, a little questionable right now. Jacoby Lane, a matchup nightmare on the outside, has dealt with some injuries as well. So there are some injury issues on both sides that are potentially significant. So check the injury report close to game time to figure out who exactly is ready to go. Question number 1, can USC stop the run? You look at the Wolverines, you know what they are. They're a top 13 rushing offense. They average 240 on the ground a game. They are ridiculously efficient when they run. They're top 6 in the country, over 6 per carry. This ground game is complemented naturally by what they do defensively as well. And they do have home run hitting potential with Justice Haynes. I mean, we've seen that time and time again throughout the year. All it takes is a small little seam and he could be out the gate. Now, this USC run defense, they're improved. They're solid, but they're somewhat unspectacular against the run. Part of their numbers are buoyed by a tremendous pass rush. More on that here in just a minute. Their defense allows 3.5 per carry. Number 2, if they can run the football, or if they can't run the football, can Michigan's passing attack exploit USC's secondary? Now, Michigan's passing attack, one of the less productive units in the Big Ten. They're 94th nationally in yards per game. They're going against a USC pass defense that has really struggled at times this year. They are 111th in the country right now in giving up yards through the air. So the deciding factor in this matchup of struggling units will probably be the pass rush, right? We know that USC's defense excels at getting the quarterback. They're top 10 in sacks. And Michigan's offensive line, now they do have a couple injuries on the interior. They have not seen a pass rush of this caliber since the Oklahoma game. And in that game, they really weren't forced to drop back and throw the ball all over the yard. They tried to run the ball. They stayed pretty conservative in that matchup. So the pass rush for Oklahoma never really had a chance. SC's will, if they can hold up on the ground. So if SC can consistently generate pressure on Bryce Underwood, they will probably force a couple game-changing mistakes. But if Michigan's offensive line can provide Underwood with that clean pocket, he'll have opportunities to make plays against a vulnerable and mistake-prone USC secondary. Question number 3, can USC's passing attack create opportunities against Michigan secondary. Michigan secondary has been really good this year. Some would say it's been outstanding. Their numbers are fine. They're 46th in passing yards allowed a game. They're a little stingier on a per play basis, just 6 yards an attempt. They do have an elite wide receiver core that they're going to have to contend with in this game. Mekhi Lemon's a top wide receiver in college football, one of top 5, top 10, wherever you rank him, he's in that conversation. Assuming Jacoby Lane is back and healthy and capable, he's a matchup nightmare with great length on the perimeter. They also do a really good job with their tight ends. Like McCree has been very solid for them as well. So these are really good weapons. And if they have one-on-one opportunities, they could thrive regardless of who's covering them. Question number 4, will USC's rushing attack force Michigan to leave their defensive backs on islands? Look, Wayman Jordan's one of the better backs in the sport. Definitely a top 10 back. He can break the gain open. If he gets going, it might force Michigan's hand defensively. Because if Wayman Jordan gets going, then guess what? These safeties now have to get involved in run support, which means one-on-ones on the outside for this talented duo of wide receivers. Question number 5, how aggressive will Wink Martindale be? Because Michigan blitzes the opposing quarterbacks on 45% of their dropbacks. That's the top 3 blitz rate in the entire country. And it works against most teams. It really does. But against Mayava and Lincoln Riley, it does feel like a bit of a dangerous recipe. This is a really elite defense from a statistical standpoint. But how aggressive do you want to be against a group that is designed to manufacture big plays? They do a great job of creating defensive mistakes with their tempo and deception. So we'll watch closely in this one. How aggressive will Wink Martindale play it? Will he continue with the same level of blitz rate that he's had up to this point? Or will he maybe dial back a little bit and allow his defensive line to tee off? Will be fascinating to see exactly what works, because I love the cat and mouse game here between Martindale and Lincoln Riley. I will take USC in this game. I actually think it's going to be a really high scoring and entertaining game. I just think SC's firepower is the real deal. It's a really good game last year, a really competitive game last year. Michigan made the plays at the end running the football to come out victorious. I think SC will completely sell it against the run, put all the pressure on Bryce Underwood and trying to create advantages outside. And I don't know if they'll be able to consistently take advantage of those matchups on the perimeter. I'll take the Trojans in what should be a high-scoring affair.